Welcome into another edition of Berg is the Word. My name is Mark Bergen, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers scoring a franchise-high 55 points in a road win over the Los Angeles Rams. I'm going to break this game down for you. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to weigh in. But the Buccaneers, again, a franchise-high 55 points on the road. I'm going to break down some of the keys to this game. And again, feel free to weigh in. I thought the biggest thing was the turnover battle. The Rams turned it over 4 times, and despite more than 500 yards passing from Jared Goff, the Bucs able to get it done. I thought at the end of the game, a couple keys that I thought were absolutely ridiculous. Carl Nassib jumping offside on a 4th down, even if the Rams guard did jump, was ridiculous. You can point at the offensive lineman. I do think the refs missed that call, but Nassib can't jump offsides in that scenario and give the Rams an automatic 1st down because they called them on the defense. Also, Jameis Winston, you have to know the situation of the game. The pick 6, which very nearly cost Tampa Bay in this game, if Goff's able to lead the Rams down the field and convert a 2-point conversion, you're talking about a tie game. How good, though, has Shaq Barrett been for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? The strip sack, I don't know if it was a fumble or an interception, and Sue scoops it up, scores the touchdown, and puts the game out of reach in this game. But Shaq Barrett, you could argue, has been the defensive player of the year through the first quarter of the season. We'll go through his stats really quickly through just 4 games. He has 9 sacks, 3 forced fumbles, an interception today, and 16 tackles. Who would have thought that the Buccaneers would not be missing Jason Pierre-Paul at all? Shaq Barrett has been outstanding for the Buccaneers this year, who are now 2-2. And if not for Matt Gay's missed 34-yard field goal a week ago against the New York Giants, the Buccaneers could very easily be 3-1 right now. Why is this a big deal? The NFC South is up for grabs here. Saints playing tonight against Dallas. We'll see what happens there. But Drew Brees continues to be out with a thumb injury. Cam Newton injured, and it looks like Kyle Allen won his 2nd game today for Carolina. And then I believe the Falcons lost today to the Tennessee Titans. This division's up for grabs, and it's there for the taking right now. But the Buccaneers able to get it done on the road today in LA. Again, Jameis Winston, 385 yards through the air. He had 4 touchdown passes. I thought that, he was able to get Chris Godwin going early and often. And I'll say this, too, with Godwin. Godwin had 12 receptions for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns. You got to give him credit, too, because he was questionable going into today's game for Tampa Bay as well. So Godwin having an outstanding game, and then the deep touchdown pass to Mike Evans, which at the time you thought put the game out of reach. But again, Winston throwing the pick 6, a good team is going to take advantage of that. But the Rams, what does it say for if you're a Rams fan? They're now 3-1, but giving up 55 points to a team that lost to the New York Giants. But we'll see. It was just absolutely remarkable, though, how good Shaq Barrett has been. He had a sack, he had an interception, and then he had that key play at the end of the game when Sue got the ball, and then Ndamukong Suh, and then ran down and scored the last touchdown of the game. It really put it out of reach in this one. It's hard to win anytime you're on the road, especially against the defending NFC champions. And the Buccaneers able to get it done today. And again, scoring a franchise-high 55 points on the road. Really able to establish themselves there. And then, again, the turnovers were key as well. One other thing I thought was huge is that the Buccaneers were 5 of 6 in the red zone. So the red zone efficiency was really high, and it needs to be against a team like the Rams that are I still think the Rams are a very good team. Penalties were concerning for both teams. 12 penalties for 99 yards for Tampa Bay. The Rams had 13 penalties for 106 yards. And again, what's more concerning is on the drive, the Rams' second to last drive when they're only down 8. Why would Carl Nassib, he's a captain of the team, he's got to know better in that situation, jumping off sides and giving the Rams an automatic first down because he thought the Rams player jumped. You can't do that in that scenario, and it very nearly cost the Bucs, especially when the Rams need to convert on a fourth down. Make the Rams have to convert and make the play instead of giving it to them automatically with a stupid penalty. That was very, very nearly costly, but then again, thanks to the likes of thanks to the likes of Ndamukong Suh and Shaquille Barrett, it was really, really remarkable. And again, Shaquille Barrett, if you don't know about this guy, he has been an incredible pickup for Tampa Bay so far this season. And the Bucs have not missed a beat without Jason Pierre-Paul, who got into a car accident in the offseason, hasn't played at all. And the Bucs are, in fact, restructuring Jason JPP's contract right now because of that. And just how good Shaquille Barrett has been as an offseason pickup. He played his first few years in the league for the Denver Broncos. And then I believe he signed a 1-year contract with the Bucs. If he continues his production, the Buccaneers are going to have a tough decision to make for this reason. If they want to sign Barrett to a long-term deal, certainly they could do that. Certainly they could do that with Jameis Winston, who's in a contract year. But if negotiations break down with either of those guys, which one you would decide to franchise tag? That's going to be a looming question because, again, Barrett is on a 1-year contract with the Bucs, and then Winston is the team picked up the 5th year of his rookie deal. So Winston making about $20 million this season. Who of those two players, which would the Buccaneers franchise tag, and then would you want to sign both to long-term deals? I'll say this, Winston has played better, as bad as the pick six was, but 385 yards through the air. You see what happens when you win the turnover battle, and you see the importance of that. Again, Goff threw for more than 500 yards today, but the Rams had 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions, and a fumble. And the Buccaneers only turned it over once. It was a huge key in today's victory for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One other thing I noticed as well, Matt Gay missing an extra point at the end. There was a penalty on the play, so they could re-kick. He ended up then making the extra point. Keep your eye on it if Matt Gay continues to struggle as the Bucs kicker, but he did make, I believe it was a 58-yarder at one point in today's game as well. So we'll see what happens there if the Buccaneers continue to have kicking problems. At least for now, Matt Gay is going to be the Buccaneers kicker moving forward, even after he missed the 34-yarder against New York. And the Daniel Jones era really got underway with that win, and you saw how much hype that Jones got. Jones beat the Washington Redskins, so he is now 2-0. But we wouldn't have been able to talk. We would not have been talking about Daniel Jones the way that we have been this season if the Buccaneers were able to execute last week. Again, the Buccaneers now 2-2. They could very, very easily be 3-1 right now if they were able to make a 34-yard field goal last week. But Matt Gay wasn't able to do it. But going on the road against the defending NFC champion today in the Rams, outstanding stuff from the Buccaneers. And you really, they played complementary football. When they were turning the ball over, they were putting the offense in favorable situations to where they didn't have to drive down the entire length of the field to be able to go score. And good teams do that. They play complementary football. The defense helps the offense and vice versa. And you saw that today. And that's why they were able to get it done and score a record 55 points in their win over the Los Angeles Rams. I'm not seeing any questions so far. If you're watching this after the fact and you have questions, reach out to me. I'm happy to do my best to answer them. I'm going to go ahead and sign off here, catch up, and watch some more football. Hope all of you have a terrific rest of your Sundays. Take care. So long, everyone, and I'll see you next time.